Okay, so this is my personal take on what would happen if Gohan, adult Gohan, were to go into UA and train in UA. So and I'm going to base this in the sports event where everybody's trying to beat each other in a tournament. Basically, all I imagine is that Gohan goes into UA, is just training there, and then finally the event starts, and he's paired up with just anybody, basically. And then after a while, he starts just beating everybody. But then, despite Gohan trying really hard, like Todoroki, he literally just sends out some ice, and Gohan spends all of his stamina just trying to dodge and sending Kamehamehas everywhere. And then eventually, Todoroki gets really tired, and he finally decides to use his left side. And Gohan tries to penetrate it, but he can't because he just keeps on getting burnt. Because remember that Gohan, he has ki, but then he doesn't really have like fire resistance or anything. So he's just trying to fly and gets burnt. It just goes and goes and goes, and Todoroki is literally just burning for ages. And then eventually, Gohan gets burnt so bad that he goes onto the floor, and he just can't get back up. And then Todoroki starts like putting ice all over him. And then after Gohan sends another Kamehameha out and busts that ice like Midori when he did that flick thing. I starts flying up, but then Todoroki is just he can fly. I just teaches fire. I uses his fire like a rocket propeller. So then the gas underneath like it propels him up. I uses his feet as well. And then after Gohan gets like really tired, and Todoroki is even more tired, then they just keep on growing and growing and growing, until eventually Gohan says that he gives up because basically Todoroki gets his energy from the ice, and he burns up all of that energy in the fire. And because he's like warmed up, he creates more ice. He just keeps on going in a circle, in a circle, in a circle. Yeah, and eventually Gohan then fights Bakugo. Jeez, my pronunciation is so bad. And then Bakugo, he's using an explosion quirk. Gohan starts flying and then he starts shooting his Kamehamehas. But remember when in season 2 when Ida uses his quirk to try and kick Todoroki, and despite the fact that Ida's is like with his quirk he's nearly at supersonic speeds, Todoroki still manages to dodge it, and it's finally when Ida realizes like his motivation that he manages to kick Todoroki, but he's still not even hurt. But then Todoroki's reflexes don't even compare to Bakugo's. So like Gohan goes just like keeps on teleporting behind him, but then Bakugo keeps on dodging and keeps on sending out explosions. And then eventually Gohan he doesn't even know what to do. I used to say special, and then after Bakugo just goes into the air and starts spinning, makes loads of smoke, loads of explosions, and Gohan gets and then there's no way for Gohan to leave because he thinks that the tornado is going right for him. It's in a small area. Once it hits the ground, just makes a big explosion, and the whole crowd goes wild. And after Gohan is basically knocked out, even with Midoriya. Like, if Gohan were to try and fly up, the Midori could literally just flick the floor. It would just start going up, and then, Gohan would have nowhere to go. Because Midori has, 7 ways to get out through his cheek, and through his 5 fingers, and then through his broken finger. But he can also reuse his broken fingers, but then his fingers will start to bleed a bit. And considering the amount of force, Midori will probably be able to fly just as fast as Gohan. And then, I guess. Oh yeah, and also what's his name? The guy who can take away people's quirks with his eyes. Eventually he tries to stop Gohan because Gohan gets really mad. He said, "No, I can." No, I'll prove myself. I'll prove myself. But he keeps on trying to fight everyone. And eventually his key gets taken away. He just starts running and punching and kicking. But eventually he gets stopped by by Todoroki. Because he ends up just getting iced to the ground. There's no way. And Gohan like keeps on breaking the ice, but Todoroki keeps on putting on more ice. Till eventually Gohan just gives up. So yeah, that's my take on what happened. And yeah, I feel like a lot of people overestimate Gohan. Like in UA, you probably wouldn't be able to like it'll probably be a really close fight between people, but then I don't feel like Gohan would like be like one punch everyone. So yeah, and also keep in mind that the people in UA, they can activate plus ultra. But then Gohan can't. He can only just power up and go Super Saiyan. And then there's no like Super Saiyan 2 plus Ultra, I guess. So yeah. Okay, that's my opinion. You can go into the comments and like disagree with me if you want. But yeah.